Okay, hopefully it's working. Hopefully it's working. Is it working? Hey, hey. Okay, good. It's working. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? It's good? Hello? Just want to make sure everything's working. Okay, good. Yay. Yay, I'm happy. My internet's been really stupid lately. Like, really stupid, but it's just on my computer, so... Oh, Binks! It's the Binks! Do you hear the jingles? Hi, Binks. I have to work. Binks. Binks, no. I have to work. You want scratches? But I have to. Okay, good. I'm happy you can hear me. Ugh. There's a wild cat just appeared. Let's see. I'm just going to fill out a couple more things real quick. Let's see. Okay, Binks, phew. Okay, let's get this started. So I am working on a collaboration commission for Uncontrollably Excite. So I did not draw this. I am coloring it just so everyone's up to speed. And this is the reference sheet I had to do of this character. I kept it, so if I needed it, which I'm going to. Sorry, put that there. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I also do collab commissions, but they are set up differently than my normal ones because I don't know how to charge them properly. So collab commissions go by hour over my normal ones, because sometimes Binks, no, I'm sorry, because you never know how complicated a picture's gonna be, how much detail they want. You know, it could be super simple and I can get it done in 30 minutes, or it could be like this where I feel like I'm gonna be here forever. I'm excited though, because this character is really fun, but I'm going to start with the shading on this character first, because they wanted soft shading. So yeah, and she also did want it to be a stream, so if it cuts out randomly, it's not my fault, it's the internet. And if it does cut out, I am also, oh, I should also be recording this. Am I recording it? Shit. Okay. And now I'm recording it, so worst case, I'll have a speed paint up sometime later with me not talking about this. A collab commission is a commission where they pay me to color something. So, a lot of you guys follow Holly Brown. You know that recently she got like a comic book flatter. And so it's like that. Pretty much person sends me art. They pay me to color it. So, yeah. No, let's see. Okay, so. Actually, hold on. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to set things up. Binks! I know. Your sad daddy's gone, but we can't have this right now. I'm sorry. Okay. How did I have the light source for the last one? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do is do this, and then that. No, that should be fine. Okay. I will show you an example of a collab commission that this same artist hired me to do. Let me find it. Here it is. So this is one they had where this is their character. They drew it. And I colored it. So, yeah. And the light source is facing that way. So if I want them to match, I need to have the light source on the same side. So how is everybody? I was supposed to stream before with some of my Patreons. Some of my top tier patrons and stuff. And so, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I'm good. I am good. A little tired. But good. Alright. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna start with the ears. That'll be the easiest one. I forgot how crazy I went on that. The ship has sailed. The two characters who have liked each other from the second together. Yay, that's good to know. Okay. Okay. This character's gonna be a little harder though, because she's got floofy ears, so I gotta do some floofs. Because she's a fluffy beb. Oh, well, thank you, thank you. This is the first time I've been able to make one of your streams. I'm so glad I'm happy right now. Well, I'm happy, I'm happy. How do you have any tips on choosing ethnicity for characters and how many should be the limit? I personally want to believe that you shouldn't have a character that's a certain ethnicity just because you feel like you need diversity. I feel like how do I word this properly? When trying to make diverse characters, people are so focused on making the character diverse, they don't consider making the character. And so when that happens, you know, you end up with these pretty flat characters, and I don't know, I feel like flat characters are more insulting, you know. And, like, people don't seem to understand either, like, when you're writing stories and stuff, what's diverse to you might not be diverse to other people. Like, I'll use myself for example. So I grew up in Southern California my whole life, you know, and I was always around people of every kind, like, every shape, size, ethnicity, race, color, you name it, I was around them. And I remember when I went to my first place where there was like a fuck ton of white people, I was like really confused because I was like, this is weird. Where is everybody else? And then I realized, you know, that's kind of, I don't want to say normal, but normal for certain areas. And so for me, I felt very out of my comfort zone being around just a single race of people. It wasn't that it was just white people. That's how I would feel anywhere if I was around a single race of people, because I'm used to everybody being like either mixed with something or just, you know, different kinds of people. And so what happens is I see people work so hard on like having diverse characters that come off super flat. Like there's no reason for the character to be that way. Like I was reading this book once, and the character's best friend was trans, and it didn't have anything to do with the plot, but the way they introduced the trans character felt so forced, because how it went was, when narrating a story, you have to be very careful what you choose to do and say, because it depends on how you're having the narrative. Like, let's say you're writing a first-person story, right? So if you're writing a first-person story, at what point is your character the narrator? Is the story happening in real time, or is it past tense? As in, it's like, you know, the main character reliving what they're talking about kind of situation. I bring this up because when this trans character is introduced really early in the book, I forget their name, or his name, because he was a guy. I'll call him, like, Ralph. I don't know. So Ralph shows up because the main character's kind of feeling down, and what does the main character do? It's like, oh, this is Ralph, my best friend for forever. Oh, and by the way, he was born a woman. And I'm like, well, why couldn't you just say he was your best friend, and then have the fact that he's trans come up more naturally than literally just say, yeah, Ralph used to be a chick, and now he's not. And it's like, it's kind of really clunky, and it doesn't seem natural and flowing. Because, like, I have trans friends, and I'm sure the first thing my trans friends wouldn't want is for when I introduce them to someone, be like, hey, this is my buddy. I don't know if I want to use their real name. This is my buddy, Zach. Zach used to be Debbie. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that would be really, really weird and really fucking insulting. And now I'm not a trans person, but I'd be insulted because it just like... like, it's so clunky and dumb. And then they're like, well, I wrote a diverse character. And I'm like, you wrote a trans character. That's true, but them being trans was like their only character, and why? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. I couldn't finish this book because it was just like that. Because, again, whenever freaking, whatever his name, Ralph showed up, it was just like they had to mention how he was trans, like, every single moment they got. And I'm like, again, I have trans friends. I don't go up to them and be like, so, you know, how's it like being trans today? It's like, no, we're gonna talk about characters and work and stupid shit and art. It's like, the fuck... But I see it all the time, too, or it's like, I think a very natural way to write diverse characters that I liked a lot was okay, in The Ables, one of my favorite books. It's by CinemaSins' Jeremy Scott. I did a Book Rambles podcast on it. There's this character in it named Henry, okay? But he's not the main character. Now, the main character throughout the book is blind, and... later and throughout the book, you know, he slowly discovers what his, like, friends look like, and he naturally just brings up how, like, because the kid was blind. The kid didn't know what ethnicity was. Well, he knew what it was, but he didn't, you know, he couldn't see it. So when he's, like, just finally, he gets to see everybody, finger quotes, see everybody, like, he describes it so naturally. He's like, I didn't even know that, like, my buddy Henry had brown skin. And it's like, see, that's a natural way to let it go in, because you're giving a character who couldn't see now see, and he can see the differences, so it makes sense. But that was the only time it was mentioned. It's the only time it was mentioned was in that one moment. You know, and since you're reading it from the blind kid's point of view, you don't even think about it. You're like, oh, Well, what do you know? He's a black kid. It's like, it's not weird. It's more natural. Oh, hey, Zodiac. This is my friend Morgan. He used to be Morgan. It was worth it for the me. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not okay, but thank you for concerning myself and my safety. I just... life's been pretty hectic. It's okay, I haven't been streaming that long, so you're fine. Any art tips? Just keep practicing. Keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Learn to use sketchbooks. That's something I kind of regret. Because for the longest time, I hated using sketchbooks, and I never used them. And now as an adult, I'm like, I should have fucking used sketchbooks more often. Shit. But yeah, when back to the diversity topic, you know, the only time I think it's okay to, like, kind of be over-exaggerated, well, you're not even really over-exaggerating, to, like, throw in that the character's diverse for diversity's sake is when you're writing, like, a period piece. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it would make more sense that their, you know, their race, their gender, whatever, is more in the limelight because of the fact that that's kind of what the story is. So, but if it's like, if you're writing a story where it doesn't matter, then describe the character and then write them as a person. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve is when I read books and people aren't, not even just diverse characters, but when I read books and I'm just like, this isn't how people talk, this isn't how people act. You're not writing people. Like, sometimes it's funny. Like, I've always said, you know, my guilty pleasure, my bad, you know, guilty pleasure is freaking really badly written porn novels where no one there is realistic. And half the time they don't know how sex works. But, like, that's a guilty pleasure. I don't want to, you know, that's a guilty pleasure that I bought for, like, $1. Most of these books are usually cheap. But it's like, when I spend, like, 20, $30 on a book that I want to be good, and it's just, like, really badly written, and bad characters, and bad plot developments, I'm just sitting here like, you know, that money could have gone to something else, something I like. And you also don't want to be like, I'm currently reading this book right now, and I'm, like, trying to give it a chance, because it's got good premise, but the author tends to, like, I'm thinking of how to word this without giving it away, because I don't want to, like, shit on the author if I end up liking this book. But from what I've read so far, I'm only on, like, chapter 2. But this author loves throwing character ties in a lot. And by that, like, I was trying to think of how to word it, is like, okay, I'll use my buddy since Zodiac's in the chat. If any of you guys follow his webcomic, 7 Sins and a Baby, he, it's obviously about the 7 sins. Now, if I remember correctly, he said the chapters, the prologue's done. So, it'd be like, if, I kid you not, because this has happened on almost every page, if not every other page, a character would turn to another character and be like, hello, fellow sin. And then say something. Because that was what was happening in this book, where this character was like, and so my sister, and my sister, and then my sister, and so then my sister, so my sister did this, and I'm like, it was fine mentioning it the first time so we get the relation. But, like, I am literally on chapter 1. It has been a page since you've mentioned that this sister is your sister, and I'm sitting here like, I get it, she's your sister. Stop, please. I don't think I'm gonna forget this chick is your sister. Will you ever be doing tutorial videos? I want to. I just don't know how, because, like, the last time I did a tutorial video, what happened was... What am I doing? Oh, I gotta blur it out. Last time I did a tutorial video, I couldn't get the timing right with my audio, and so it looked kind of shitty, and so I don't want that to happen again. Hold on. And because of that, I am a little skeptical when I'll do another one. I really want to get... I keep talking about it, and I need to just fucking do it, is... I need to do my side tips and tricks video, and what I'm probably going to do is have it be live. Not a live stream, because I'll get distracted, but I'll, like, do a live recording with OBS, so that way it will just transfer over easier, and I can probably have it in time with what I'm doing. Because that was the thing, that was just it. My last one bugged me because I couldn't get the timing right. And with tutorials, timing is everything. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're distracting you from your book report. I'm trying to write a Wiccan character. Okay. Let's see, hold on. I'm trying to write a Wiccan character at the moment, and I'm wondering if y'all have any tips. Okay, well... Okay, let's see. How to write a Wiccan character. I'm like, okay, well, what time period is the character Wiccan? How are you going with Wicca? Are you going with, like... I don't like saying it this way, but, like, real Wicca? So, like, this planes of existence Wicca? As in, like, what people use for the religion Wicca? Or are you trying to write it where it's a witch character? Because that does vary. It is important. Oh, these foofy ears! So foof! I fucking love doing fluff, okay? Like, fluff is the best shit ever. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Everyone must love the fluff. Be alone, you must have. Be alone, you must never be alone, be alone, be alone. Sorry, I'm also listening to music. Hello, hold on, they can't hear you. Cause I was low-key listening to music, so. Okay, now talk. Fine. Now you can talk. Everyone say hi to I gotta change the title now. Featuring ZODIAC. There we go.
Hey, now I can read your chat for you.
Yay! So hello, fellow trans friend.
Hello, the trans person.
But no, really.
That is what I am.
No, but for real, like, when I kid you not, when I read that book that I was talking about, that's what literally fucking happened, and I'm like, people don't talk like this! And if you do, you're a shitty friend, like, fuck.
It's like the key to writing trans characters is you make them trans, and then just, that's a fun fact.
You know, it's almost like they're people. I never would have guessed.
It's almost like most people don't mention it every day.
I know.
It's almost when I talk with my friends, me being trans is never a point of contention.
Right? Oh my fucking... Because, like, that's just it. It's like, I see people nowadays trying to write diverse characters so much, and I'm like, this character falls flat. That their thing is that it's their thing. Like, that's it. That's not how people are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, because, like, again, when I was reading that book, because it was, like, it made even less sense, because it was, like, a murder mystery book, and the friend, whatever, what I name him, Ralph, wasn't even, like, important to the mystery. He was just kind of there in a couple chapters, and so I'm like, so why was this necessary?
I know it's God. I just I don't like that kind of stuff because
It seems
just bugs me.
it seems pandering. It seems
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it seems like
It seems like you didn't put it in there because you want to include a trans person. You put it in there to get brownie points.
yeah, exactly. Because like I don't know if you follow BookTube because I follow BookTube a lot, and that's like it's the same thing as YouTube, but that's what they kind of call it. Whereas it's like a subsection of YouTube, mostly
Yeah.
for authors and stuff.
Right.
And
Well, like there's the art side of YouTube.
yeah, exactly. There's the art side of YouTube. There's the gaming side of YouTube. BookTube is the book side of it. Well,
Yeah.
so for freaking February, everyone's like, since it's Black History Month, I'm only going to buy diverse books. And I'm like, isn't the whole thing about reading is don't judge a book by its cover? Isn't that like
Yeah.
the thing? And then I'm sitting
Exactly.
here with all the people who like bought all
Also-
these, yeah.
It's sorry, but it's like
go ahead.
also hilarious because there's a lot of really well written books that don't even mention the appearance of the characters in great detail.
Yeah.
So like they could be whatever race or ethnicity. They could be trans for all you know.
Yeah,
That's your own
exactly.
if everyone is straight and cis in that book, that's your own imagination deciding that.
Yeah, exactly. In most books, you know, especially like for younger kids, because they keep doing the please think of the children kind of shit. Where they're like, I'm like, have you read kids' books? The descriptions in kids' books are even more basic bitch than a lot of other ones because it's meant for the kid to put themselves into the character because it's a kid's book.
Exactly.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Fun fact, this kid's transgender is moving on the actual fucking story. What? Oh, the comment's weird. I heard trans and I'm a transgender boy. No, we're not shitting on trans. Oh, I need to emphasize that. We're not shitting on trans people. I just read a really bad book where
I'm a transgender boy. There you go.
No, you're not.
Not
No.
Yeah, but like my advice for the person, just because I was listening to all that.
Yeah.
My advice is just like if you want to make a character a certain race or gender or whatever, just do it. Just don't make it their entire character. Just have it be.
Yeah. Unless
who they
unless that is what you're going for by that like
Yeah, unless
okay.
there's-
Okay, like Coco. If the main character
Yeah.
was white in Coco, it'd be really fucking weird.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but usually that kind of stuff you could make them whatever and they'd still be the character. Just make sure you focus, unless there's a reason why their ethnicity or gender or race and stuff like that matter.
Yeah.
Unless there's a reason to mention it, just focus more on making the character. Other things are just if they come up, they come up. If not, they don't. And then it's
So I have a funny story that happened recently. I didn't get to talk to anybody about this. I told Cody about it because it was just fucking stupid. So
lovely.
So again, I was watching BookTube, and this BookTuber made a response kind of thing about Black History Month and stuff, and about how like, you know, we should read diverse books all the time and blah, 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 and whatever. But then he went on to say, I'm not going to say who the YouTuber is, but he went on to say, I don't think that, you know, white people should write diverse characters because you're not that. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, so then you can't write a book
no
about
racism
you can't
gets solved.
so no, Zodiac, you can't have your comic be about sins because you're not a trans-dimensional demon. It just you just can't do it. No, you're not allowed to. You can only, you know what you can only do? You can only do white trans characters. I think you're white. Are you white? I think you are.
Yeah, I'm white.
Oh. Well, there you go. That's all you can make. You can only make white trans characters. That's it. And I'm like,
and they have to be
I just
brunettes with brown eyes.
exactly. But I hate people who say that. I hate it.
No, I do too. Because it's like, what equality problems are you saving when you say that you can only do this if you are a certain race,
Yeah.
like, or a certain person, like that? It just
doesn't make
working
sense.
against your narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
Would you please put this stream on your YouTube channel? I can't watch it right now. I put all my streams on. They're just unlisted. The only time I have ever taken down streams was when personal info was accidentally leaked.
Yeah.
But I'm better at that now. Mostly because I didn't know how to use my mic at the time, and so like I thought it was muted when it wasn't. So like,
Yeah, I remember this.
oh, were you there? Were you one of the people that?
I think I was.
Because I remember,
told me about
because I
it.
wasn't looking at the chat, and then I went back, and people were like, "It's not muted! It's not muted! Stop talking!" And I'm like, "Shit." So
oh, no, I was either there or you told me about it. One of the two. Oh, wait. I think I remember what it is. I wasn't there, but I think it was because it had like it was some drawing related to me, and you streamed it, and then the stream had to be taken down because of it. I think. I
think. I don't. It was a while ago. It was like almost a year.
Was
not almost a year. It was a while ago.
Steven
Though.
Universe collab thingy that was on. Accident.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was the picture. I was like, when? I'm like, oh yeah, before we were friends. That was such a weird time.
It was like the on the very end, it was like good acquaintance time.
Yeah. I guess I can't write males or confident people. Sky, no! Sky, you're beautiful. You can't draw you can't draw a pencil because you're not a pencil.
I guess my comic, I just have to take it down now because none of the characters are none of the main characters.
Yeah, but a lot of people think that, where they're like, now I will say this. I think what they're trying to say when they say that is they're trying to say more like, okay, if you want to write, let's say, the memoirs of like, okay, let's say you want, I'm trying to think of like a good example that's not really fucking racist.
Right.
You know? So it's like, let's say you want to write a story about the memoirs of a mixed race, Indian kid in the 1920s.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, see that's
gonna be really hard to do without a shit ton of research, and even then, you weren't that kid in the 1920s. You're not really gonna understand it as well. You can do a shit ton of research, but you
definitely
won't
pull it off.
You can pull it off, but it's gonna be really, really hard. So like, I think that's more what they mean. But then I'll see like people writing fantasy books, and they're like, "Why is the main character Asian? You're white," and it's like, because the main character's Asian. Who cares?
Exactly. So see, I can get that kind of stuff when it's like a more personal, real life thing.
Yeah. If it's a real life thing and it's a more historical thing.
Yeah.
But like when I see them shitting on it for like fantasies or like,
or just modern day fiction stuff.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm sitting here like, but that don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's like, but they're just this race because they can be, and that's just how the world works.
What I think is also really funny is some people, because I read a lot, they're like, oh my god, how can you support some people? Did you know they did this shit? And I'm like, I don't research authors for this exact reason.
Exactly. I hate that too.
Because I hear people be like, didn't you hear that so-and-so hated gay people? It's like, the guy was born in the 1920s. Lots of people hated gay people. Doesn't mean it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
And also, like, that's the kind of thing, because I once, like, there's the debate about, like, should a person's art or creations be separate from them as a person?
Yeah.
Like, should you be allowed to enjoy a certain movie or book or something if the creator of it isn't a great person?
Yeah.
Which I believe that you should be able to. You shouldn't shame people for liking something because they like it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, by that logic, no one would like Snow White, the Disney one, because Hitler loved Snow White. Hitler drew Walt Disney fan art and mailed it to him, and Walt Disney kept it.
Yeah.
This is a real fact. I mean, and people were like...
And I mean, come on. Like, Snow White, come on, that's how sexist is Snow White. How could you enjoy that?
Right?
Wasn't that, like, folklore and stuff during a time when women were more oppressed and things like that?
Well, I mean, people seem to forget that Snow White was fucking 14.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not saying it's right that Hitler liked Snow White, but he liked Snow White. And lots of people also like Snow White. Does that mean that because one really evil person liked it, you're not allowed to like it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I say, like, you have full right to not like a person because a certain director or something, because they are racist, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. But if their creations are good and you like the creation just because it's good and the creation doesn't reflect those beliefs, what's the harm in that?
Like, okay, I think a good example of this too is a lot of people want to boycott the new Harry Potter movie because Johnny Depp's in it, because all the shit Johnny Depp did with his wife recently. And so makes sense. It's not right. But I'm still going to watch the movie because as much as I hate to say it, Johnny Depp is a really good actor. And if he can be in a role where I'm not looking at Johnny Depp, then I'm not looking at Johnny Depp. I'm looking at the character he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitler was an artist. You can Google it.
Oh yeah, that's entirely true. In fact, like if you think about it, if his part of the reason why he became Hitler is because his art career failed.
Yeah.
No
one supported his art.
Yep. If Hitler had become a famous artist, the world may be a lot different.
Right. Okay, the ear foof doesn't match. This is bothering me.
Like explosive kitten. I think that's supposed to be.
It's kittens. Yeah, I know explosive kittens.
Explosive kittens. Hitler was an artist, so you can't draw anymore.
Right. But it's just it's stuff like that, you know. It's I don't know. I feel like one person shouldn't ruin something for you. And what I don't like is I don't like when people like, okay, I've read the Twilight books. I've read the Twilight books for the time that they came out and the time that I read them. I was like 13. They were okay. They weren't the best shit in the universe, but they were okay.
Yeah.
And it was actually ironic because watching the movie made me realize how rapey Edward was, and I had to go back and read because I didn't notice it. And then I watched the movie, and I'm like, he wasn't this creepy in the. Oh, he was. Oh.
Yeah.
But like when I hear people like, I don't know, it's 2018, and I still hear people compare the whole like, oh, we still don't sparkle and shit. I'm like, yeah, I know Twilight was a huge thing, but. You know how we stop that stereotype? You bring back classic vampire lore.
Yeah.
Because if you bring it up, when you bring it up in like every vampire movie now, then the stereotype stays. It's one of those.
Exactly.
You know, you're not helping your case here.
It's also like because the reason why like tropes and things change and like even mythologies change is because people change them.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, like, a lot of people ask me, like, oh, how do you write good god characters or good overpowered characters? And I'm like, you know, a great example is look at Greek gods. Give all of these powerful beings really severe mental issues. Solves everyone's problem.
It's like, Greek gods are like the perfect example. Because a lot of gods before Greek gods were very omnipotent and perfect and divine.
Yeah.
And then Greek gods were just like...
You know
this
what?
This is a hoe, and Hera's got some serious jealousy issues.
Right. This is a hoe. The one guy that's faithful to his wife is apparently really fucking ugly.
Yeah.
And the only open bisexual.
Yeah.
So I think it's so funny with Greek gods, too, is it's like, oh yeah, let's not have the gay, but everyone's a little
like,
gay.
It's like dudes are bisexual.
I know, but only one is open about it, and I'm like, why you gotta be in the figurative closet?
Yeah, I love Greek mythology. I find it so funny.
Like that's one thing I do want to do. So, like someday, like one of those like mini project things.
Yeah.
I know it's been done before, but I want to do like a Greek god-ish story, like stuff inspired by it.
Well, that's like what my friend and I, we have so many like stories we create on whims, and we just roll with it as long as it lasts. But like my best friend in real life, we came up with one that was like with Greek gods, only it was like a video game. So you have the real life kids in high school and then like the RPG that they play as the Greek gods, and it was just really funny.
That sounds really funny.
Yeah, it was just, and then like we kind of made it where it was just like comparing like, okay, I'll be Apollo, you be Hestia, and we're gonna go have a fun time. And then, like, it was just like, we'll do stuff like that all the time. We had, like, another one that was, like, in the future, and everyone it wasn't a very unique idea, but it was fun.
Yeah. You know what I find funny about Greek gods, too?
Yeah.
Is people seem to only ever remember, like, 7 of them.
Yeah.
And I sit here, I'm like, you know, poor Thanatos.
Yeah.
Poor fucking Hecate. No one loves you guys. I love you guys. I know you.
The poor side character gods.
I know, right? Like, it's funny, like, whenever I tell people, I'm like, you know, Hades isn't the god of death. They're like, yeah, he is. I'm like, no, he's the god of the underworld. Big difference.
Yeah.
Thanatos is the death guy. Hades is always taking his job, and Hades is the one good husband. You know, he's faithful when he does get Persephone.
Yeah. I mean, did he get her in a very morally correct way? No, but I mean, at least he's not Zeus.
He's, he tricked her into eating the pomegranate, but at least, he didn't rape anybody, I think.
At least he was he tried to be nice.
Yeah, he tried. And he's faithful. He's faithful to his wifey he gets to see once a holiday.
Yeah. And I mean, oh goodness. I mean,
yeah, Persephone, it's a joke, because, okay, I have dyslexia, so as a kid, I'd always heard people say Persephone, but, Persephone doesn't sound like Persephone, which is how it's fucking spelled.
Honestly?
Yeah?
That's how I always thought it was pronounced, too.
I did! It wasn't until, I heard it, they're like, why are you calling her Persephone? It's Persephone. I'm like, wait, that's Persephone? It's spelled Persephone!
Persephone! Yeah, I always thought it was pronounced Persephone, too, because I can't pronounce anything for shit.
Right. Hell, half of my characters' names I had to lick when I looked up certain characters, because... Especially, it's funny, because, I don't have their accents, so I still can't say my baby's names right.
Yeah.
Because,
I'm the same way.
Because it's, again, I say Tetsu's is Tetsu. Her real name is, since she's French, it's, Tessu. It sounds more like that. It's very, funny, and so that's why she even makes the jokes where it's oh, no one can really pronounce my name, it's okay. Or same with Alador, because he's fucking Russian, and I can't do Russian, so I can't even say his name right. So I'm yeah, I pronounce it the American way, because it's the only way I know how, but I know, my poor babies.
Hey, I'm the same way. I couldn't have my characters' names if you asked me to pronounce it, it'd be it's something.
Oh, you mean oh, I really want to say this, but I don't know. Oh, okay, you mean...
You probably could.
I know, but I gotta be careful. You mean special prince and princesses' real names?
I mean, maybe.
Can you say it? Because I fucking can't.
Probably not.
I read it, and I'm yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
I probably can't. I mean, there's a reason... There's a reason why they don't use those names, because no one can.
Hades was the black sheep, and then someone went beep beep, I'm a sheep.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's funny too, because when he tricked her into eating the fruit, he could have just kind of he could have just been an ass.
Yeah, he could have.
Hey, you're my wife now, but no, he was nice.
Yeah, he's you're trapped here every winter now, so time to do wifely duties, and it's no, here's your room. I got work to do, so. If you wanna have fun, my room's open. We're Greek. We don't have doors, so just come in.
Don't have to knock. It's fine.
Oh my god. That's actually.
Oh my god, my headphones keep falling out. This is not okay.
That's okay. I blame you though, and I blame Crackland, because after everything that's happened, I'm man, I want to draw a picture with Siren and her buddies before shit happened. But I'm I don't know when I have time.
Oh.
No,
someday.
I know. It'll happen. It'll probably be my next warm-up, because I'm just I'm so behind.
Dude, I want to see Siren with her buddies.
Honestly, low-key, I know we're doing Crackland shit, but I'm I really want them to show up at one point. For more than one reason, but I don't know if I can... Oh, I mean, I can say it to you. I can say it to you. It's not... Because no one knows who this character is. So... Ringmaster's past life at Siren's time...
Yeah.
It's also a guy.
Oh.
And can you take a wild guess what his name is?
Oh no. Wait, oh god. I feel like I know. I don't want to guess because I feel like I'm wrong.
It's a certain character that's really close to another certain character thanks to Jesus Baby, so there's a reason for that. That's that I really want to fucking come up, because it's gonna be really fucking ironic and funny, because this Ringmaster's special person had to do some things to make that thing happen.
Oh no. Oh dear.
I know, oh dear.
Oh dear.
I mean, we already had to deal with immortal immortal gold baby now, so.
Yeah. Poor child.
He cry.
Poor child who, I say poor child, he really does to be.
I know, he just, I still love that, though. It's like, you know, of all the characters, this is the best one, because he don't give a fuck. He'll punt a kid.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a kid. That kid evil.
I just love this because it's gonna be so out of context. Just like, I'm just off to watch my friend beat up a small child.
Yeah, and it's like, excuse me, we're gonna talk about this, right? No, we're not gonna. Why is no one talking about this?
Like, hello, yes, explanation? Why are they beating up a small child, and why is no one stopping them?
Okay, let's see. Yo, Michi, what up? Working on the arts. Excuse me. And I'm just shading this bitch. I haven't even done flats yet, because I'm like, you know, this character's gonna take me forever already, so I'm just gonna do the shading now. Save me some time.
Just make it easier.
Honestly, though, I love doing this. This is one of those double-edged swords. It's like, shit, this is taking forever, but I'm like, it's so much fun. You ever have those?
Yeah, I do, honestly. It's like, I never have time, but like, it's so nice.
You mean the merms?
I love the merms. Okay.
I do too. I still have to finish that.
Unless
you want to finish it. Oh.
Well, if you want to finish it, I want you to finish it because I think it'd be fun.
Okay.
But, yeah. I mean, no rush. Honestly, I can't do like hardly anything. Honestly.
This shading is beautiful. Thank you. Kronos. Oh, look, my son thinks in the future. Oh no, he's gonna be better than me. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeah. What would you do if there was a child in front of you runs the kid over?
Oh my god!
Listen, there's more to it than that, okay? This also probably doesn't sound good either, but the kid deserved it.
I know he did. He's done a lot of evil shit.
No one understands, and I can't explain it, but he deserved it. Okay, it's fine.
It's okay. By the time that does happen in the comic, it'll be like, what, 5 years from now? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding! But am I, though?
I mean, if it was, I wouldn't be surprised. I work on this for fun. I want a comic of Crackland. Oh no. I don't know if anyone does.
See, I don't think we have time.
I know, see, because
honestly, I thought of it too, where I'm like, oh, a mini idea would be so much fun, but I'm sitting here like, but where would we even start, okay? Like,
I know, okay, well, we know I don't even know. We have to come up with a beginning.
Makes sense. I know, but the only beginning I can think of is Ringmaster kidnapping Wrath, and then just ending with the card of this is a distraction.
I know. I love the card.
Well, it's just that shit he does, though.
I know.
I love him. He's so.
I love him too. But it would be like, because it crossed my mind, like, oh, that'd be so fun, like a giant collab comic. But then I was just like, shit, we couldn't even go that far.
I know, right?
Because there's so many spoilers.
Exactly on everyone's end. It would be like. We would have to do, if we did do one, we'd have to do it when everything's done, and God knows when we're both getting everything done.
We just have to, like, do the pages, and then just keep them in, like, a vault deep underground until the day that everything's revealed.
Oh my god, we, like, pre-schedule this shit for, like, 15 years from now. Like, our art's just great by then, and it's just like, oh, I forgot this existed,
What is this?
What is this?
And it would probably be like a collab too, so it's like, what is this weird fusion?
Right, Jesus.
And then like we forget about that we scheduled it and whatever, so like 15 years later, it's like suddenly this page gets uploaded, it's like, wait, what is this?
Oh, okay, so Gray Stroud. I don't do comics, ZODIAC does. He'd have to help you with that. I love art and I love drawing, but I'm more of a writer than a comic book person because I don't got time. Because my issue with webcomics is I see a lot of people do this. See, ZODIAC's smart about it. He's just doing it for fun and his off time because he's also still a student, so he doesn't have responsibilities.
That's why I didn't have the next few pages ready to go.
Yeah. You know, so it's different for him because he has the time for it. I'm not saying only a high school kid could do a comic. They can. But I'm saying is, unless you have, like... I'll use Undertale as an example. Yeah, it was kickstarted, but the Toby Fox was, like, living in Andrew Hussey's fucking basement while he was making Undertale. So at least he didn't have to pay rent while he was working on the game. But he was also still working for Andrew Hussey making the Homestuck. Because he made music for Homestuck too, right?
I think so.
Because I don't know the Homestick, so
I think he. I don't know too much about that. I know they were buddies, but
yeah, because I just know that he was like living with him while he was making Undertale. So it's like
because I do remember there was a joke once that was like someone like told Toby Fox or something like that. I'm gonna read Homestuck, and Toby Fox was like, but it was funny. But I think he did music for it, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Both of them have very similar music.
Oof. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of those cases you need someone like that, and so it's like for me, writing is a lot easier since I'm already doing art all day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and type some shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, it's like that's like a lot of kind of because whenever I started doing it, I even told myself because part of this was because I didn't want to start uploading a comic that I wasn't going to complete because my history with comics was just that like.
But that's the history with a lot of people with comics. It's not just you. A lot of people end up doing that. They'll be like, yeah.
That's why I typed out my monologue in the description of the last page.
But I mean, that's a smart thing to do because that was something I was telling people about, which is why, you know, I'm getting. I should emphasize, Ticks and Turns isn't coming out this year. I'm gonna get it done this year, because with writing and a lot like webcomics too, if you want to get it published, it's like when you have everything done, then you have to go back and do edits. Mm-hmm. You know, like format
that's actually how it's been for me because I've had that novel I finished in November sitting around for so long.
You still won't let me read it. I've been waiting to read it.
I mean, do you want to read the one with all the errors?
Yeah, I mean, I can help you.
I mean, okay.
I mean, to be fair, you wrote it on your fucking phone, so I'm not expecting it to be... I'm expecting it to be well written, just there's errors because you wrote it on a phone.
Right. Well, like, there's shit that got, like, probably left out, and there's things that need elaboration, whatever. It's because, like,
He did NaNoWriMo last year.
Yeah, the whole goal of NaNoWriMo is finish a novel. Don't make it good, just finish it.
Yeah, so. and that's why for NaNoWriMo, I want to spend NaNoWriMo, because by that time I'll be married, so I'm like, you know what? Hopefully I'll have a honeymoon, I can just edit shit. Yeah, Binks! Binks, no, don't eat my pen.
I heard the bells.
You heard the bells? Yeah. He's
the
like,
bells of Binks.
he's super salty because Cody's not here. Cody's on a work trip, so he has been a little, no! Binks, no. I love you, but no. And I can't lock him out of the room, because if I do, he scratches at the door and meows at me, so it's like...
Right. The endless cycle of cats. Hang on, okay. AVR Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a comic about 2 years ago that I uploaded and stopped after 2 pages. My dude, let me tell you a story.
All about how? Go ahead.
About how... there have probably been, until the one that I have now, that's actually... technically still ongoing. It's just now going to be on hiatus.
Oh wait, Seven Sins is going to be on hiatus?
Yeah, well, I make other pages and shit.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have them ready. I have like the next 4 sketched out, but I haven't like done jack shit because time.
Well, again, you're in school. School is important.
Yeah, it's important. I know, but so before that, I swear it's like my 11th or 12th comic, probably. All of the other ones were ones that I started and I didn't make it to page 4, if even that. And there's tons of them that didn't even get posted because I didn't even finish the first few pages. Or, well, there was one that was an exception to that because I finished a few, like maybe the first or second page. I had so many thumbnails for it out and it looked really nice and stuff. But then I thought, you know what? I don't want to rush this. And honestly, this story looks like it'd be a better animation than a comic. So, you know, I'm just going to keep this story in the background and wait for a day when I can do it justice. So that was the one exception. But like, other than that, all of my other comics, they didn't work out. But I kept trying, and it works out. So just don't get discouraged when one comic doesn't work out, or like when something doesn't work out the first time, because trust me, if you're that determined to do it, it'll happen.
Yeah, and another thing too that I think you have to say is people talk about, like, this is the thing I was talking to Aerofex about recently because I went to visit her, and the thing that a lot of people do, and I've done this, is they say they're gonna do it. They're like, I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna wait till this, or I'm gonna do that, and then it never happens. Mm-hmm. It's better to have it done and then go back and fix your mistakes, because a lot of problem with a lot of writers and a lot of creators and a lot of artists is a lot of them are OCD. Everything has to be perfect because they see, they you know, it's one of those, like, I really hate people saying, like, oh, don't compare yourself to other people, because yes, you shouldn't, but everyone does. Mm-hmm. It's not as an easy thing to turn off. I don't think you should turn it off, because I think it gives you a false ego. I think you should use that as a competitive way, a friendly competitive way, to force yourself to get it done. You know what I mean?
It's like, as weird as it is, it's almost like it's just something you can try to not do it, but it's just gonna build up.
Yeah.
Two, you gotta learn almost, instead of just ignoring it, you gotta just learn how to harness it in a productive way.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah. Because that's just it, is a lot of people, like, I know a lot of writers, finger quote writers, and they're like, oh, well, you know, oh, I don't have time for this and that, and I'm like, you know, the actual writing it is the easy part. Mm-hmm. It's the editing and the rewriting, because a lot of people, like, I was getting comments on when I was talking about that in my, like, goals thing, they're like, oh, wait, what do you mean you have to rewrite it, like, 3 times? I'm like, that's, like, normal publishing. Mm-hmm. That's why an author, if you ever notice at, like, book signings or, oh, hey, what's up?
Are the dishes in the dishwater washer clean?
Yes, they should be.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm live streaming. One of my father-in-laws poked his head in. What I was trying to say was, the reason why the author knows their book, front side, back side, and they can do open readings without stumbling over their words, is because that author has probably written that book 8 times before it got published in their hands.
Yep.
You know? And so, of course, you're going to know it better than anybody else. And that's why a lot of self-published stuff has a lot of errors in it.
Yep.
Because they think, oh, I wrote it, and then I just post it. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And then you get people like me who sit here and be like, bitch, Anne doesn't have 2 Ds. Like, this is basic, and my grammar's not even good, but I'm just like, I'm one of those people, it's like, if you want to be a professional, you have to treat it like a profession. Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's, because, like, I'm in animation and stuff, and that's, like, the thing is, when you do your animation, whenever you do, like, your storyboard and stuff, it's always, like, show as many people as possible your animation, and also pick people who have not seen it or heard your story at all and have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. Because you know what story you're trying to tell. If you've talked to people, they know what story you're trying to tell. But by that logic, if there's something that doesn't make sense, to you it might make sense because you know what's happening, but to someone else it might not.
Exactly.
So you've got to find people who have no idea what's happening, and they can tell you what they see. You know what to fix if you need to fix something and stuff like that. So this is why art is so difficult.
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
You're always the omniscient god of what you create, but
exactly.
No one else is.
That's exactly it too. It's because, like, you can know what's about to happen, but that doesn't mean okay, a perfect example of this. Okay, so there was this book I was really excited. I'm not gonna say who it is, but you can pretty much Google it. I'll tell you later. But there's this booktuber that's a really big one that got a book deal. Like, I talked about this on fucking Twitter a little while ago. Because I was, like, super excited for this book because a lot of other booktubers were hyping it up and talking about it. And the premise sounded great. Then the reviews were coming out. And there are so many people who are like, I don't know what the fuck booktube is. This book is trash.
Oh, boy.
And they would use stuff like, and, like, basic amateur writing mistakes. So, like, they would use an example of something, okay, like when there's an action being done, you try to, when you're a writer, you try to describe it in a way that sounds more, more imaginary than physically writing what happens. If I have a character and they're getting stabbed, all right, and I want to emphasize them getting stabbed, I would say something like, the knife slipped in like butter over they got stabbed.
Yeah.
So you can get a more visual representation of it just sliding in there. Apparently, there's a scene in this one book where they I remember because this was in like a shit ton of reviews. People were talking about this one scene where this character takes a key and shoves it into a guy's face and says, "It looks like it belonged there." And it's like, it's literally a key. You couldn't have said, like, it fit in his eye like the lock. There were so many ways you could have easily fixed this.
I don't even know how to picture that, because
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm reading it, and I'm like, I can't even picture this. I'm like, what is going on?
See, when you say shoved a key in a guy's face, what I thought was, like, the more metaphorical kind. Like, they just took the key and they, like, shoved it to him, like, look at this.
Right?
But not, like, actually in his... Where did it even go? Did it go in his mouth or his eye? Or
exactly.
Where did it go?
Right? Did it go in his eye? Did you break his nose? Like, that's a very bad... That's very amateur. And the worst part is why people were shitting on it so much is because these are...
just stab him in the face with a key and say, it looks like it belonged there.
Yeah, it's like, well... I love how Michi is yelling and Zodiac is like, "Yep, this is friends.
This is our relationship."
Right?
Oh goodness.
But no, it's stuff like that. And again, no one's perfect, but I heard this book is a lot like that, and apparently it's supposed to be it's another YA trilogy.
Oh no.
And everyone's like, we don't know how it's going to be a trilogy though, because every arc is finished in the first book. And I'm sitting here like, when I say a book should be a standalone, that's not what I meant. What I mean is, like, when you're making a trilogy or any kind of series, you do want to have questions answered so they feel fulfilled, but you still need a cliffhanger, but you don't want every book to be a cliffhanger.
Exactly. There's a happy medium somewhere.
Yeah.
That you gotta find.
Which is why I tell people, and a lot of good authors tell people too, like, how are you a good author? They're like, read a lot. Same for, like, comic book people. They're like, look up a lot of comics. Like, see what works. See what doesn't work and try not to do that. Like that one guy at Marvel who draws, like, women with Subway sandwich legs.
Yeah. God.
And the famous Captain America chest meme.
God.
You know what
I know what you mean. I cry.
I am not even done with her bangs.
Moral support.
Is Holly here? What? Oh, is she? If you are Holly, hi. I didn't see her text or message.
Ooh.
I'm talking Holly Brown. I'm talking with Zodiac right now. Because Zodiac is a hoe. Yay. You're doing such a good job, Michi. Thank you. I love it. Like I said, I love coloring stuff. That's like one of my my favorite parts of doing commissions. It's also why I like coloring a lot of my friends' work, is because I'm like, I just love coloring shit. Not that I don't love drawing, because I do. I don't know. Coloring has always been my way.
Here's a comment from Georgina N.H. Finn. Or no, not Pin. It's Pin, I think. Yeah. OMG, the shading is so beautifully detailed and she's not even finished the hair. I love so lazy watching this.
Well, yay. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know.
Leave Captain America and his double D's alone. Oh, boy.
Man.
Wait, is this the Zodiac Lord? It is the Zodiac Lord. Holy shit, I follow them on TV.
Oh, no, I love that. I love that it's so funny. Someone was like, oh my god, how is it all of my favorite artists know each other? And I'm like, I didn't know. It kind of happened.
I don't know, man.
I'm happy it happened though, because now we have all this shit. We have Blue Jesus.
I love Blue Jesus.
He is good boy.
Oh,
I don't want him to. Yeah.
What?
I said I don't want him to go away soon because I'm getting a feeling he might go away soon.
No.
I'm not ready to say goodbye. I'm not ready for these crack kids to grow up yet.
We have time. It's okay.
I know. Harry Potter, the overall problem is Voldemort isn't over, but he's out of the school at the end of the first book. Overall problem is... Yeah, exactly. See, there you go. It's a good example. Like, in the first Harry Potter book, you know, it's like, oh shit, he's out there and alive now, but he's out of the school and we're okay and life's going on. It's like, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
And, like, what's funny, too, is people compare it, too, where, because, like, I'm a Harry Potter fan, and, you know, the main, what's really funny is the main plot of Harry Potter doesn't even technically happen until, like, the 5th book. Now, each book still has an overarching story going on, but there's other shit happening. So...
Yeah.
So it's like... It's not bad that the overall, like, the main plot of the story isn't going on. It's like... Because there's still shit going on. It's just, like, who compared it? Like, people don't seem to realize this, but the reason why Harry Potter did so well is because it very much is a mystery book. Like, all of the books are solving the mystery, for the most part.
Someone said, for so long I thought you were the same person.
Who? What?
I think they mean me and you.
Oh. See? Trans people are real people. No, I'm fucking kidding. I'm fucking kidding. Shit, it's a really bad joke from earlier in the start of the stream. So it's like with Last Airbender, each episode is a complete story, but there's still... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect way to say it. That's exactly when you're writing a book or having like a comic, that's what you want in your arcs, so people don't feel cheated, basically. Is, you know, you still want you don't want everything, and that's another problem, is a lot of people make the mistake of, I want to answer everything, and it's like, no, you can't answer everything because life is a fucking mystery. Mm-hmm. You know, there has to be some... I think that's it, is people are so paranoid of critiques now. Like, okay, I got a critique recently on my Legend of Zelda picture, and this person was, like, super, like, scared of how I'd react, but their critique was very nice and reasonable and thought out, and I was like, no, thank you, I am open for proper critiques. The problem is a lot of people don't know how to do a proper critique. You know? And so when I explain that to people, they're like, oh, well, so you won't take criticism? I'm like, no, I will take criticism when it's proper criticism. Telling me my art sucks, how do I fix that? That doesn't help me.
Yeah, it's like...
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. It makes me so sad, too, because, like, you both have, like, people who give bad critiques and then the bad people who take criticism terribly.
That too, yes.
Like, so it makes me feel bad because it's like, it's also funny because there's like this really weird, like, this isn't entirely the same thing, but like, it's really weird because I see it so much. This is something I've always like wanted to talk about, but I don't have time right now.
Yeah.
But
well, you're taking like what, like 8 classes or something?
Well, not 8 classes. I I have school and then I have like a class at night, so it's like...
That's what I'm saying. You have night school. I've done night school. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, like, okay, mine isn't that bad because I think I lucked out because the class is astronomy, first of all, which is so blow-offy.
Is that why you text me all the time?
Yes. Our teacher is so fucking chill.
That's cool. Like, see, for my night class, I needed it for credits. So you want to know what I took? You want to know what I had to take? I had to take a fucking air conditioning and heating class. So,
oh my God.
I will say, I know how to weld now, and that's kind of cool. I mean, I suck at it, but I know how to do it. And I know how to change a thermostat. But I had to like fuck around with drywall, and I was like, I remember even the teacher's like, "You're literally here for credits, right?" And I'm like, "Still doesn't mean I'm not gonna try."
Yeah. Well, it's like it's funny because recently one of our terms, because we have like 4 terms technically. Well, our term ended for that, and we did our little like ending thing, and I got a thing that was like, okay, I got like a gift card thing to a restaurant or whatever for perfect attendance.
Okay, I showed up. Yay!
No, like, because apparently no one else in that class got it. It was just me.
Oh.
And then on top of that, my teacher said, because we had a test that day, like we had our final or whatever. So he was giving out the test, and he told me, once you're done with this, you can leave. So I just left. So I left at like 8 o'clock. And it was just like, what is this? Like, I just thought I was supposed to show up. And so, like, because the classes are from, like, 7:15 to 8:50. So it's like, I left, like, 50 minutes early. Because I was there all the other times. God.
That reminds me of, like, when I was in high school. When it was finals time in my art class. Because our art class, our finals were always done in advance. So we would, like... For actual finals, like, day, we would never do shit. So I remember one day my teacher was just like, I want to leave. Can you guys just go? And we were like, what? And then my teacher just left. And so we were like, shit, what do we do? And so we, like, left school and we chilled at a coffee shop for, like, 3 hours because it was finals. I don't know if that's how your school was, but for finals week for my school, it was, like, we had, like, 2 to 3 finals a day, but that was it. So, like, we were in class for a lot longer than we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know?
That's kind of how mine is. Well, it's like, with mine, it's the last 2 days of a semester or whatever.
Oh, okay. Ours were the last 3 days.
Yeah. Well, it's because we have, like, because at our school, we have, like, 4 classes each semester, and then they change during, like, after midterms and stuff.
Oh, right. You told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, we'll have 2 of them one day and then 2 of them the other day.
Okay.
But like, yeah, so I just got to do my test and leave. Like, that class is so fucking chill. And like, now we're actually, this term, there's a person in her class, she was just like, okay, listen, last semester was really awkward because no one talked. We're going to change that this term.
Oh, I hate that. That's like always super awkward when you're in a class where no one talks to each other.
Yeah, well, like, okay, because it was so, well, for one thing, I just kind of have my phone out the whole time. So I'm just like kind of chilling, and it's like just I have my phone and I'm just able to chill. And then like there was a day, okay, yesterday I went there, and usually we don't have classes on Fridays at all, but we do, we have a few just to make up days or whatever. But like, so we had one yesterday, and there was like hardly anyone in class because there were just so many people just skipped because yeah, that's just how it is. We just like, the entire time we just hung out, and we were gonna watch a video, but then we couldn't because everyone complained about anything he tried to put on.
Oh my god.
And they kept saying like, let's watch like Interstellar or Tangled or something.
Okay, to be honest though, I like Interstellar. Like, everyone shits on that movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, well, they were just like, well, it's funny because it was I know one girl's just like, watch Interstellar, that's a good movie, and it's about astronomy. But like, he wouldn't let us watch it because, not just because he didn't want to, but because he's like, if the principal walks in while that's on, I get fired.
Really? So and here I am. My teacher wanted to read fucking Twilight in geometry, and so she literally put on a Western in my geometry class, and we were fine.
I don't know, but like, so we didn't watch anything, and we just ended up doing riddles and hanging out and shit. And like, God, and there's like kids who will like curse and shit in there, and they just kind of like, sometimes they'll say sorry, and kind of like the teacher just again like whatever.
What's so funny is I didn't used to curse as much as I used to, and then I got a job and I went to college, and then I'm like, oh, and then I hung out with and then I'm like, I don't care, I'm done.
Yeah, like it's so funny though, because like, I know one time one of the girls, she's like, from everything I have gathered, she's like, she doesn't like talk hardly at all. Yeah. In her like the rest of her day. So like, I guess the night class is just a way to just let all her crazy out. So it's like, God. She like, I swear, she works on impulses. Like, she wants to get up and dance. That's what she's gonna do.
Oh shit.
Like,
I mean, hey, good for her. If that's that, I make shit. Yeah.
I know. Like one time, she just we were just sitting there. She was on her phone, and then just got up. She laid on the floor, and she's just on her phone.
Oh my god.
Like, laying on the floor. And then like at one point, we got in a conversation about like something about sex or whatever. And just talking about, you just see our teacher at his desk, just like with his head in his hands, just shaking his head, like, and talking about. And then every day beyond that, so far, if we mention anything that could be translated into sex, he just says, "Please don't get her started on sex again."
Oh my god. Oh, so you're saying that we got on this topic again? How does this happen?
I didn't even notice. It's translated to real life now.
They fucking took over my radio, okay? Just let the lesbians be happy. I full on flipped out because I got in my car and I turned it on because I never listened to the radio. I never do. And so then that comes on and I literally sat there for a minute and I screamed. I'm like, what is happening? Because I actually love that song, but I was like, for the moment, it was fucking perfect.
And well, it's also funny because I was thinking about that too, because you said there was a different song that came on before, and I was thinking, like, you know what song fits them perfectly is that one song, the 1,000 Years song or whatever. And I'm like, that's funny. And then later you tell me that it came on the radio, and it was like, oh shit. I mean, they're happy now. It happened.
They're happy. Everyone gets a happy ending in one way or another in Crackland.
Everyone does. Even
evil people.
Even kind of. It's not happy, but it's something.
He got what he wanted.
He did.
And now they're gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah.
So now you can't die. We're gonna have some fun.
It's like, oh, that's great.
Thanks, She-Satan.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god. Okay. It
is funny though, because now that you've mentioned that, they've been off that topic for a while.
I know. We were so good.
I don't I'm waiting for it to come back again, and it's just.
Well, I mean, technically, two characters did the do, but it wasn't really their fault.
Yeah.
It was Blue Jesus. That's what they do, right? No, Gabe. No.
That's how my parents did it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Your parents are weird, okay? That is one. And that's one that makes me sad, is I want to draw, like, them just being fucking cute. And I'm like, I can't. Because it's spoilers on both ends.
Cry.
It's spoilers for you, and it's spoilers because it's when a certain character gets older, and I'm like, ah!
I love Gabe.
I love Gabe too. I also find it funny that I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. He's an angel in Jewish lore, but to Christians, he's a saint. I'm sorry, Gabe. I'll keep you. Yeah.
The angel Gabriel also wasn't Gabriel. It's Gabrielle.
Is it Gabrielle? I think it's Gabrielle. Yeah.
It's a woman. Yeah. Which is kind of funny. Although there is another, like, archangel or whatever. I gotta go look it up again. That, like,
I know there's Michael.
I don't know what it was. It just reminded me of Gabe. It didn't have the same name, but I'm like, shit. But, let's see. Yeah. He's a good mean.
Already regret leaving. I found a llama in a lobster costume. Please help. Well, have fun.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
Bit awkward would it be to... How awkward would it be if you walked out in your high school class period right in front of your teacher?
Wait, what?
Well, no, because before they were talking about how they're talking about that, like, if your teacher's 15 minutes late, you're legally allowed to leave. That's for college kids, not high school. Don't do that.
Yeah, what was I gonna say something else.
We were talking. You're saying you saw another angel that was like Gabe, but not Gabe.
Oh yeah, I gotta look it up. But it was like, hang on, you know what? I'm gonna go do that.
You go do that. I'm still doing this Medusa hair, so.
Yeah. I'm here for moral support.
Thanks. Again, it's fun. It's just, oh my god.
Yeah. I love him though. He's such a good bean.
He is. And what's funny is I feel like we could draw art of the crack kids, because that's fine.
Yeah, well,
but we can't.
I honestly might at some point, just at least of Gabe, because Gabe deserves to be seen.
I want to do normal Jesus and Shadow Jesus together, since they're like weird twins.
weird alternate universe twins that are also both the crosses of two universes.
I still love that though. It's like, but you said that wasn't possible. It could only be. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not from here. I might be really good. I'm not.
It's like, I just also like the idea. It's just like, well, he can't be evil because that just doesn't work.
It's not even just that. It's like for the character that's the mom. I'm like, I can't do this to you.
I know. You
have already been through so much shit.
So just give Shadow Jesus anxiety.
Yeah, there we go. And a sassy shadow.
And a sassy shadow.
Oh my god, though. I do think it's gonna be funny when they actually are real teenagers, because I can already just see shit happening.
Okay.
Yeah. I can just see it. It's like, okay, I gotta go on mission. You're coming with me. Why? I can't trust you to be home alone.
No, it's gonna be a fun time.
You know, I gotta go do my stuff. Oh, okay, bye, Mom. Oh no, you're coming with me. Why? I just, you can't stay here. I don't know what'll happen. I just come, but I don't even do anything. Just come along. This is a good. Thank you. I'm loving how it's coming out too. I'm so glad I decided to do the shading first before I did the flats, though.
I keep getting distracted from the chat because I'm watching you draw.
It's okay. Like, that's why I tell people, I'm like, you know, for me, coloring is so zen. Like, it's like a great de-stressor. Ugh, tongue twister. Because for me, I always tell them, I'm like, not that I don't love it, because I do, but for me, the hardest part, for me, has always been the drawing.
Yeah.
The physical getting it out, because I'm like, it doesn't look right. And then when I get it right, I'm like, color, bitch, yes.
Yeah, Gabrielle was a female archangel, was the thing. She was a messenger. And I think she was like the only female archangel or something like that.
You know, it's so bad, though. It's on a funny note.
Hashtag give Shadow Jesus happiness.
Yeah. Well, Shadow Jesus is a ball of happiness. Oh, no, I don't know. Shadow Jesus, my bad. I thought
he's
Blue
a
Jesus.
Nervous ball of happiness.
He's a nervous ball. He's a good bean. They're all good beans.
He's very articulate for his age.
Yeah. Hey, well, having two teacher parents, that's got to be, like, super fucking happy. Like, oh.
I know. It's like, because I just imagine, because Gabe is like a 99% like baby talk, and then like
I know, which is why I say when he's gonna be an adult, shit's gonna go down.
I know. I like to imagine just Gabe's just always a child at heart.
Right.
Always. He can articulate now.
Yeah, he can. You can form a full sentence.
You can also probably comprehend shit, but hang on, wait. Would you like to tell me what the hell these Gabe and Shadow Cheeses are from? Also, what is a Shadow Cheeses?
What is a Shadow Jesus? What is Shadow Jesus?
No, they said cheeses.
Oh, cheeses.
No, yeah, okay. They're from a role play.
This role play all stemmed from a what if.
Yeah. We can actually talk about it now.
Yeah, go ahead. So what happened was I commissioned ZODIAC fucking forever ago for this picture for I think it was back during the holidays when you were like doing that.
Yeah, it was okay. I remember because it was like during Christmas and that was my Christmas gift.
Yes, that was it.
And I was excited.
Yes, and then I was like, okay, I want.
Sorry, the same person was like, "Fuck, is it Jesus, not?"
So what happened was. I wanted Zodiac's character, Wrath, from his comic, and my character, Ringmaster, interacting, because I realized their colors are exactly the fucking same.
They have the same aesthetic.
They have the same aesthetic, and my character would do that, where he would just kidnap the character. He's like, he's a freak, he's got good color choice, and he's weird. He's got everything. I need him for my show. So, he kidnapped him. And then it turned into an adventure of... It was more of a, like, what would they say together in the same room? And then it just spiraled from there.
Yeah, it just... Everything just went downhill.
Everything did. Other characters showed up.
And then it just kept going. And then we kept making jokes.
And the jokes became self-aware.
Then Crackland became sentient.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, the rule is we don't control Crackland, it controls us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been nice to our characters sometimes.
I mean, certain characters get happy endings and get to be with people that they never get to be with in their own stories, so.
Yeah.
Like, one of my characters got a really cute little nurse wife that I fucking love. That shit don't happen in his story.
I know. I feel so bad for him.
I know.
Especially because at one point...
I know. That version of him showed up and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and like... then he, shot Lust in the head.
Oh, yeah, he did shoot him in the head. I remember that. And it was like, oh god, don't look. Why? Just, you know what hamburger meat looks like? Just don't look.
Yeah, just like... Angel, listen. Just don't look, trust me.
Just, he'll be fine, right? Nervously looks at camera.
Oh god. I like that one part whenever
Yeah.
certain character that shall not be named, like, looked at the camera and someone was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know, my dad does it sometime for comedic effect.
Yeah.
There's so many shenanigans.
It's so many shenanigans, and it's just spiraled out of control. And now we got babies.
Yeah, and then, like, at some point, like, we were like, you know what? Fuck it. These ships are canon in Crackland now.
Yeah, it was like, I remember it was like, oh, it was cute because a certain character of mine was a kid. I say kid, he was a teenager. And he had a crush on a certain character. And then puberty hit him.
Yeah, like, okay,
and it's like...
yeah, it's like, because originally they didn't realize that, he was a kid, technically.
Yeah.
And then they do, and they're just like, wait, what? Like,
yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't know this, and this is something I tell people in writing, is like, especially if you want, because like, my story for our Crackland stuff, since it takes place in the medieval-esque era, you know, inspired by, I should say, it's not really medieval, they do have some Victorian things, but
yeah.
you had to grow up a lot earlier, so even though they were kids, they don't look like kids compared to how we are, because, you know, back in those days, you were 13, you could get married and drink and have
like,
land, so.
We say kids, they were like 13, 14,
They were like
15.
13 and 14 and 15, yeah. And so then they show back up when he's a man, and everyone's like, oh shit, you're hot now.
Oh, you got hot.
And that was the joke with him, because he's just, I love him. He is such a good guy.
I love him too.
My little ADHD
like,
buddy.
He's one of the protagonists in Crackland.
Yeah. He's the dad to Jesus.
He is. He's Blue Joseph.
Yes.
I love that whenever
I love that everyone's just listening.
I'll
like
say his name, whatever. I love it whenever Landuo just like, so Blue Joseph over here.
Is that how you say his name?
I don't know, something like that.
Okay, because I did not read it like that.
How did you read it? I'm curious.
So I know there's an A in there, but every time I see it, my brain goes Lou, so I go Lundalo. I know that's not how it's spelled, but that's how it is.
I need to actually look up the pronunciation, because technically it's Chinese. So.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot. Squinty Asian.
Stop it.
No, because here's what happened. So, funny story, not in Crackland. So, I was helping Cody design his cars into characters, and that's going to be a video at another time. I still have to finalize it with him. But Cody has a 240 SX, which is a Japanese car. And so he's like, okay, I want her to be a Japanese girl. And since she's got the closed headlights, I want her eyes to be closed all the time. And I turned to him, I'm like, you want to make an Asian character that always has her eyes closed? And he's like, shit. Not like that.
Well, I mean, it's a character trait.
I know it's a character trait. It's just funny.
I got like 5 characters that do that.
I know. It's okay. I know. But to be honest, the funny thing is, I don't feel bad. I don't think this is a spoiler, but I already know what Siren's next life is going to be. I don't know if she's going to go, because freaking Blue Jesus don't want her to leave, but her next reincarnation is a very sweet little Asian boy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I've had to design him, and I'm like, he is so sweet and nothing like her. Well, I say that. He's like how she used to be. I shouldn't say it like that. I should say it like that, because that's not a spoiler. He acts like how she used to be before, you know, stuff.
Before
before time, because eventually time wears everybody down. Ah! Really? You know, like I hate puns, but for some of them I just have to.
Wait, why do you call this Crackland? Because I mean that's what it is.
Like, okay,
well,
so how at least how because I did Crackland years ago, back with Aerofex, just for shits and giggles, and we called it Crackland because of crack ships. Because you know, there's like there's like OTP, OT3, whatever, and then there's a crack. So
like, I always knew that as just a general like story term of like when something isn't canon, it's just like it couldn't be canon.
Yeah, there's no way. Like there's no physical
it's
way.
Something that could only be possible on crack.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best way to describe it. Like so yeah, you have like crack ships is the one most people know, because everyone. It's so funny because I didn't realize that not a lot of people have heard this term, I guess, because whenever I say like crack kids in terms of like crack babies and stuff, for like for crack.
Oh my god, do they actually think like the drug?
Yes.
Why?
Everyone like looks at me like I'm really weird, and I'm like, have you never?
Oh my god, that's so. Now I'm sad. That's just depressing now.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, like crack ships, and they're like, oh.
You know, oh my god. I think that's because, like, when I tried explaining to Cody, like, because I was like, yeah, Cody, we were talking about pairings and stuff just in, like, normal fandoms. And I'm like, because Cody asked me, he's like, why do people call it a cannon and a ship and stuff? I'm like, I don't know, they just do. And he's like, okay, give me an example. I'm like, okay, Ruby and Sapphire are a canon ship in the show. And he's like, oh, okay. What's a crack ship? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking Pearl and Mare Dewey, because apparently people like that. I don't get it.
I don't either.
But he's like,
ship what you want, people.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, ship what you want. I won't ship shame, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, for me, when I want ships, even my crack ones, I want there to make some kind of sense.
Yeah.
And not the, oh my god, they looked at each other for 2 seconds.
True love.
You know, I mean, then again, there is sexy Snake Man, but that's a whole different story.
I don't even know what you'd call it. It's just its own thing.
It's just, but just he's such. That's the joke. Like I remember I said, like, why is he supposed to be really attractive? I'm like, because he was literally made by the mind of a 16-year-old.
That's what it is.
And she didn't think about it when she made it. She was like, oh, this is my first time. I want him to be perfect. And so then he showed up fucking perfect. And it's like, oh. It's like, oh no. That's not what I wanted.
Just, oh fuck.
That's not what I thought.
And it's like, oh, I can't fix this. Well.
Oh my god. Okay, so you know what's really funny, though, that I really wanted to have happen? That was really bad.
Oh.
So, in a more recent moment that happened today, when a certain character almost outed another character, there was a line I really wanted him to say.
Oh no.
That was going up because that was when Gullah was there. And I forgot how, because I knew it in my head, because it's something that he would say, and he was going to say something like, oh, it was when Siren brought up the fact that Tybalt and Abe being together kind of thing as a joke, and he freaked out. So Tybalt was gonna point to the certain character and be like, oh, what, by that logic is he gonna fuck a snake? But he was gonna stop himself because he'd be like, wait, that happened because the greed demons in my world are fucking snakes. And I was like shit, perfect opportunity, but I didn't get my chance.
Just save it for another day.
I know, I'm gonna save it for another day. I'm gonna wait.
You'll have plenty of opportunity in Crackland.
I know. Everyone gets a second chance.
Everyone.
And we've already got, let's see who got some redemption arcs. Should we use real name? Should we use nicknames, real names instead of their?
I'm trying to think, because you could probably get away with the old people, because theirs isn't as obvious, but
well, yeah. But I was trying to say, okay, well, let's just say Lulu. Yeah. Lulu, you know, he got his. And then Kiki got his. Yeah. I'll still use Kiki, so Even though I know him. So we got his. So we got that. Let's see. We got Tybalt. He got his, kinda.
Yeah.
Who's next?
We got
a lot of people. A lot of people need their arc.
I'm trying to think of Surya got a second chance.
Yeah.
With her adorable blind wife.
Yes, this is true.
And their precious son.
Their precious son,
the other
Lulu the second.
Lulu the second. I mean, that would actually work though, because of what her name used to be, technically.
Really?
Well, because
right. Yeah, I forgot. Right.
Anyway, yeah, and then we got Ira and Gwen.
Yeah, that's true. That just happened. So they're gonna go be happy. What did you say? Go be happy and gay together or something?
Go be cute and gay.
That was it. And I was like, I don't know why that fucking got me. That got me.
Yeah, of all the things.
Well, that's just it too. That's just it too. There's some. It's like we'll make all these jokes that are pretty funny and one-off, but there'll be like one really stupid thing that we'll say, or a character will say that just fucking loses it. Tibbs was Michi all along. What's Tibbs? I'm tempted to create my own Crackland universe. I mean, you can. Honestly, like, one thing I really want to do, but I don't know if anyone's interested, is I really want to do, like, universe swap commissions. Be like, let me put your character in one of my universes.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
It's just so much
love
fun.
What if kind of things.
I know, me too. And then there's my one character who sees all those what if scenarios and it's like, yeah, if you do that, this is what's gonna happen, and this is how you're gonna die, and this.
I mean, that's how the angry Italian woman got her.
Right.
Not angry Italian. That's how the previously sad Italian woman got her blind girlfriend.
She's so sad.
Her blind wife.
Her blind wifey.
And now she's not sad. It's all good.
She still protect. Even though her wife wants to smack people with her blind umbrella.
Her help her too. Like,
yeah,
let me just guide your umbrella.
It's like, okay, 2 steps to the left. I don't know what left is. To the right.
It's like, oh god, it's like that. Have you seen the trailer for Deadpool?
Yes.
For the second one now.
Yes.
The one for whenever they're both
yes.
Like
no! I just realized that. Oh my god.
Lust just moves her hand. So she's pointing in the right way.
Just there you go, sweetie.
With a straight face.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Where am I at now? I'm not even halfway done with the hair.
You're having a good time.
I am too. Let's see.
How long have you been streaming?
Do you have any stories to tell in story times in the future? I got a few. I just don't want to bog people down with them. Yes, join the cult. No, I'm slowly being a bad influence and enforcing people to get Star Dragons. Like, if you have the money, get them, because they're really fun, but they're also very addicting. Let's see. Oh my god. But here's the bigger question.
Oh boy.
Is Lucas 2?
Yeah, Lucas the second.
Have we decided that is he still gonna be confused when he gets older, or is he just gonna be like...
I feel like he would, because he just doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
Because it'd just be kind of like, this is so awkward, I can't.
You know, why can't we be like a normal family? It stays behind closed doors. I like what Tetsu thinks. You know, Auntie's nice. Auntie has a good point. Just don't talk about it.
So he's trying his best.
He is. And then there's...
I don't know why I felt like so weirdly proud of the one line when a little kid, and he's just like, being tall looks scary. I hope I'm not tall.
I know, and then we're like, well, guess what, kid?
Oh, Lucas, you poor child.
Yeah, right. Especially when, like, his mom is already really fucking tall.
Yeah. Both his moms are tall.
I know, they're both tall.
In particular.
Because that's the thing I tell people, since Nettie's related to Lorelai now, which is I'm totally fine with, because I needed to work on that family more anyway, so this works out. I got a character in the mess. is like all of her family are like really fucking tall. So she's really tall for a lady. She's... How tall is Lorelai? I think I have it on my thing. Hold on. You guys can see a mage chart in a second.
Woo.
Where is it?
The stream has turned into Mitchie and Zodiac's Crackland discussion.
Yeah, that's yep, this is just...
Listen, we never get to talk about it with our voices, okay?
We really don't. Okay, let's see. Where's my folder?
Yeah, I need to... This is technically going back to a thing earlier, but I need to really figure out how to pronounce half my characters' names.
Yeah.
It's a written story, so I never think about it, but you know.
So Lorelai is 5'7"? Is that what I put? Bitch, how tall are bitch, how tall are you? I thought you were taller than that.
Stock all your bios.
I thought you were taller than that. Hold on, let me get this shit.
I thought you was like 5.
Oh yeah, no, she's like 5'9", almost 6 foot.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, that's not right. That's not right.
There she is. Look at the babe.
Yep, there's the babe, and then there's Adrian and Ringmaster, and I have to decide who's next. I'm torn between Siren, Alador, Tybalt, and Tetsu.
Ooh.
And their canon ages, so. Because I had to befuddle some of the younger kids' ages in the...
Tybalt doesn't have a reference, and it always bugs me because I have to go like...
I know! I'm so sorry. I mean, okay.
Because you sent me one from a long time ago.
I know,
so I know. Every time I want to draw...
Then I'm gonna do him. He's gonna be next. He'll be for March. Shit!
Like, everyone else has their bios.
Shit. When's Wednesday? I have time. Okay. Tybalt's bio will be my Wednesday video, because I technically needed a video, and I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I have to I have to write that down.
Do it.
No, because I was trying to do that as a thing anyway, where I was like, yeah, first video of a month, I'm gonna have it be a mage bio, and I'm sitting here like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do this week.
Gotta make a Tybalt.
There we go.
The boy needs his bio, damn it.
I know. It's all written out. I can give you the written part. I just...
Well, he needs the visual.
I know. He's good bean. So, okay. Tybalt bio day post. Let's see, I have to go to my calendar. Because yes, I actually write my shit down. Okay? I'm old. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow then. I'm gonna film that and draw it, so
yes.
Film.
Because I was always gonna bring it up, but I didn't want to sound condescending either.
No, you're not, because he's also a really important character. Like, they're all kind of important, but like, honestly, if I had to pick the two main characters in Marked, it's Tybalt and Tetsu, which both have T names. I just realized that now. Wow. Okay. I know I have a lot of T named characters, but I realize now the two main characters are both T named.
I really shit a bunch of shit like that all the time. Like, I keep realizing that there's a ton of characters that have like the same amount of letters. Like, okay, Tybalt, Adrian, and Alador all have 6 letters in their names.
You know what? Okay, you know what's really funny? That wasn't planned.
What?
That wasn't planned. It just happened.
Yeah, I know. That's like with most things. I realize with our Miracle Squad.
Oh, the 7 M's.
Yeah, the 7 kind of 8 M's.
I know, the 7.5.
7.5. But like, God, wait, what number was it? They all like, okay, almost all of them have 5 letters in their names.
Yeah.
One of them does if you use his nickname and add the Y at the end. And then Gabe doesn't, and then the other girl doesn't.
Yeah, poor Ida.
They almost all have.
I also find it funny because all of my kids are sentimental, so that's what they do, is because yeah, Carlia is really close to her mom, and so I was like, okay, well, yeah, if they had, well, I shouldn't say if, they do get a kid. When they have their kid, I'm like, okay, her name would be Ida. Makes sense. And then I'm sitting here like, fuck, Tybalt never had a kid, so I'm like sitting here like, I don't know, we'll go with the mom's dad's name, because that's something he would do, because he was technically named after a fatherly figure, kind of, slash guy doing his mom, but I love his mom. His mom is like one of those characters, though. I love his mom, but I'm like, she's one of those ones where I'm like, I have to keep you under wraps. I've been able to keep you under wraps for this long, and your thing is revealed in the first book. So I can do it. I can do it. I just can't get art of you. I just can't get art of you until then, and that's what makes me cry, because I love her.
I'll like doodle you some secret artwork.
Cough. Because, like, I don't know, I'm one of those people, because, like, I've thought about, like, getting private commissions from people about, like, of her, because I love her. Yeah, especially with how she looked like before she was a mom, because she looks really different.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, but then I'm like, but I don't want to be that guy. Because if I get a really nice picture and the artist is really proud of it, I don't want to be like, please don't post this.
I'll fucking do it and I'll just hide it and it'll be fine.
She's good mom. She's extra, but she's good mom.
She's doing her best.
Yeah,
she's a good job.
She's doing her best at having a kid at the age she did.
God, wait, what was I gonna say?
We were talking about the 7 M's.
Yeah. And then his kid got named after his Crackland wife's best friend.
Yeah, that was it.
That was cute. And then we just made the joke for the middle name.
Yeah.
Just for the meme, because I didn't know what her fucking dad.
Yeah, you're like, well, she's really white. We can't do it. And I'm like, you know, a lot of my white friends have Mexican parents. You could get away with it. You totally could.
I just would do it for the meme because he's Jesus.
I know.
It was Jesus. It'd be just so funny.
Right?
Especially because everyone could be like, okay, wait a second. Like.
And the best part is Tibble wouldn't know how it was spelled either. So it would be like,
exactly.
Like, yeah, they would be like, well, how's it spelled? And it's like, you know, it's spelled Jesus. And he's like, but then why is it said Jesus? That doesn't make any sense to me. Because that's like he'd be like, it's like, I know I'm not from here, but that just doesn't make any damn sense. It's like, it's another language.
Well,
I don't. Well, you know what? I don't understand, and I'm afraid.
It's also funny because it's like everyone from your world has no fucking clue what anyone means.
Yeah, they don't.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah,
so they're like, what are you talking about? Why is this funny?
Yeah, why is this so funny? Oh, it's just, you know, it's a virgin gave birth to a kid, and you know, he kind of made us, kind of
died for our sins.
Yeah, died for our sins. There's a whole thing about a snake eating an apple and damning women to pregnancy. Wait, what? Your world is weird. You know, it's like, well, you know, we didn't plan on it. It's like, so is that why we have periods? And it's like, that's one reason, kinda. The religious people think.
Yeah.
No, okay, to be honest, when I found that out, I lost my shit because I was so confused. Because I was a kid when a friend told me that. They were like, yeah, we get our periods because Eve ate the apple and blah, 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 blah. And the whole reason why Adam's apples are called Adam's apples is because Adam choked on the apple when he first bit it. And I'm like, see, the Adam's apple makes sense. How does eating an apple give us a period? That's where I'm confused here.
Because that's the Satan.
That's the Satan. Well, you know what? I support pretty hermaphroditic Satan. In literature, not in real life. Don't support Satan. Satan's not a cool guy.
Yeah.
Like, I have to emphasize that whenever I explain it. I was talking to my mom about that. I'm like, yeah, because I was watching Devilman Crybaby, and oh shit, spoiler for Devilman Crybaby, Satan's hermaphroditic. But I liked it because it's like, it's not played up in a sexual way. It's just there.
It's just, that's what it is.
And he's really fucking pretty, and I'm like, well, Lucifer was supposed to be like the prettiest one. From what I know, that was, like, the thing. He was supposed to be, like, the pretty boy. And so I'm like, that makes a little bit more sense to me. Yeah. Go with hermaphroditic, pretty, weird Satan. But then, like, my mom's like, what? You support Satan? I'm like, no, I don't support Satan. I'm just saying, I like that rendition. Satan's still a bad guy. Don't trust Satan.
Don't ever trust Satan.
PSA of the stream.
That's the PSA, and then also, what was the joke from earlier? Oh yeah, you can't do, Hitler did art, so you can't do art anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the memes of the day.
Stream's still going. I think I'm almost halfway on the hair.
I know, I believe in you.
I think. I hope. I cry! Because once I'm done with this, I still have to do the the foreground shading. I forget what the technical term is, but it's like the like to show more depth in the hair. Because like I've got this hair, but I need to do like
secondary shading.
That's it, yeah. Because I have to do like, since it's soft shaded, I have to do like, you know, like, oh, this is swoopy, so I have to have the swoopy and the yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die, so it's okay.
I'm here to be with you when you die.
I know. Yay.
I bless you with Gabe Jesus.
I bless you with Gabe Jesus. I still love that though. Isn't there some rule against this about me being a godfather, or is that just irony?
Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't remember who brought it up, but it's like, isn't this just kind of ironic that you're making this person the godfather? It's just like, shh, it's fine.
It's okay. He's the best friend.
It's fine.
Oh my god.
It's also funny.
Yeah.
It's even funnier too, because it's like, wait, but technically, the godparents take care of it if the parents die. The mom can't. Spoilers. But the one person can't die unless the godfather dies. So wait, how does that work? And it's just like, shh, it's fine.
That's the plan. That's the joke. And then it's like, and then with that happening, you can blame Cody for that again, because Cody's the one who pointed it out. He was like, wait, so that character can't die, right? And I'm like, technically, no. Why? And he's like, well, your character can. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, that poor fucking kid, I would be super upset. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, they don't age, right? And I'm like, I think so. I'm not sure. And he's like, well, then yeah, imagine that. It's like, okay, you get to watch your parent be all, stay the same age, and while you get old and they die, and it's like, oh, see, Cody, now I'm sad. Thanks for that.
See, here's the thing too, because I wanted to bring that up, but I didn't. Time was good.
I know, right?
Because it was so, and I'm like, this is like, I don't want to think about it. It's. We're never gonna roleplay something like that. Like,
we do a lot of dark shit, but that's pretty dark. Like,
we wouldn't go that far. Like,
and then it happened.
Then it got brought up.
I know. But then I love that it's like, why'd you snap both their necks? To be fair, I just did his.
Yeah. To prove a point.
I still love that it's like, why is everything an example with you? Everyone believes the example.
It's like everyone else is just like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
And then they look at flipping Kai and they're like, how did you just talk like nothing?
Like you were just like, oh, I have some neck pain. Some!
You're just like, ow, my neck, don't worry, I forgive you.
Yeah. Well, they're all like, I can't eat. Everything hurts.
This hurts.
Oh my god, that's beautiful, Night Countess. In my art class, my teacher was showing us famous art, and I was like, ooh, that's really pretty, who did that? And she was just said Hitler, and I just yelled, what the fuck, in the middle of my class.
I love it.
Honestly, though, me.
Yeah. Relatable.
Oh my god, it's just all the Crackland shit.
It's so fun, but it's also so like, how did we get here?
I know, how did we get here? How did we get here from literally an aesthetic meme
to now? Also funny because like originally, it was all just kind of for lulz, and it was almost of the idea we're gonna go. It's gonna be almost like a dream, spooky.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's almost like it never happened or whatever. It's like that weird like crossover episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then it got to a point where we just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah. And but the worst part is, like, the only ones who break the rules of logic is Gabe. And we're like, everyone else, we have to, like, step back and think about it. Like, okay, this makes sense in context, but it's pretty OP, so I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, or it's like, and then with Gabe, we just both kind of acknowledge, yes, he can do practically anything.
Yeah. He's the kid who literally should not exist.
Exactly. He's the character that, like, and it's even funny because, like, part of me thinks, like, he's probably the closest to being, like, an overpowered, like, perfect character, but even then he's not.
He's really not, because he's still a kid. It's one of those, like, And
like we said, it was, like, 90% of the problem that happened were his fault.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, because my only thing with, like, perfect characters is the rule is if they're affected by the narrative or not. And he affects the narrative and affects himself with the narrative.
Exactly, yeah.
So, technically, he's not...
He's
a likable character.
He is a likable god. That's pretty much what he is.
Yes, he's a likable Jesus. I love that too, because it was really funny too, because honestly, if I think about it, because I was trying to figure out, like, how did that happen? Like, just his existence. And I realized it was because, like, I wanted him just because I thought he would be. I was like, what if the kid was just really powerful with magic? Because he's gonna be a mage or whatever.
Yeah,
anyway.
because in your world, it's genetic. Well, mine's reincarnation.
So it's just like, I want to make him, I want to make him mage because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they got aged up or whatever in that one part, and no one knows what we're talking about, but it's fine. When there was that one part when they all got aged up and he had his powers, I was like, what if he was just really powerful? And I didn't really intend him to be like that powerful.
But now it just happened.
What if he could just do like some bizarre stuff that he shouldn't be able to do, but it was still kind of like whatever, he's just kind of powerful.
Yeah.
Just for funniness. And then it just became him being Jesus. It's like, okay, you know what? Fine.
I support this theory.
He's Jesus, there we go.
But he wasn't born from a virgin, so.
Yeah, that is true. As he learned, his parents played the game the first time. Right. That's when he was born.
So that's what happened, right? It's like, well, we weren't married yet. Wait, what? You said that's what you do. It's like, well, that's what you do. Why are you asking me? I am the one person who can't lie. Why are you asking me all these adult questions?
Why does everyone have to ask me the questions I don't want to answer?
Yeah. That's the.
I just love that part where it was like. It's like, I mean, this is how I understand love works. That's what everyone else tells me. It's like, we got to have conversations with you without supervision.
Yeah. But that's what, I don't know, I think that's why I love writing Tybalt's character so much, is because the fact that he can't lie. So it's like, where are you going? I'm going to brood and think about my life, okay? Like, I need a moment.
I love him. I love him so much.
He's good bean.
He's a good bean.
How can a virgin give birth if they're a virgin? That makes no sense. That's the story.
That's how it is.
Not in our Crackland. That's the thing.
Definitely not in Crackland.
No. That would be scary.
Oh yeah, that would be terrifying.
I think that would be like the limit. That would be like, no, you know. Again, the only reason I'm okay saying his name. The only reason Nios is okay being there is because his parents already kind of did the do, so he just kind of like helped it along. So it wasn't like he made him out of nothing. It was just like, oh well, you have an egg. It just doesn't work, so I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah, it's just like
and she explained. Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, go on.
Well, no, I was saying, it's because, like, when she talked to him, she explained how it worked. So that was my reasoning, was that she was like, yeah, it's just this kind of thing, and once this happens, you know, we can't have kids anymore. And it's like, but you still want kids, right? It's like, yeah, and I still I have the parts.
Yeah.
It won't take the thing. It's like universal birth control. You get one.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, because I don't think he even knew that was a thing that happened earlier, of course.
Yeah.
But he just gave him the bless hug.
Yeah, the bless hug, and then she was like,
and it's just like, well, now you work, so there you go.
Yeah, and then it's like,
when it'll happen, he didn't know it would work right away, but he was like, okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Damn it, go!
I feel attacked. No, it's because, like, oh god. So he just, like, I just love the part, whatever, because, the image of my head of he just, like, gives her a hug, she just glows for a second, he's just like, okay, bye, and he just runs off.
Yeah, and then she was fine, but then, like, 3 seconds later, she's like, oh my god, I have to find a bathroom.
Yeah, bathroom. But what were you gonna say now?
What was I gonna say?
See, this is why I wanted you to go first.
Oh, I remember what it was, when it was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Why? I kind of broke up with him today. You know, this is not a good day.
It's like, well.
It was like, why? It's like, things are very complicated in my life right now, okay? I don't...
At least it's like the most mature love triangle.
Yeah, but that's what she would do, is because she's like, I still like them both a lot, but I'm not gonna be that person.
Yeah.
So I just need time to think. Let me think, okay? Just...
Yeah.
And now this is happening, and now I...
Now everything's just.
I wanted to enjoy my baby being a baby. It was literally a fucking day.
I know, that was like. It'll be cute whenever it's all over.
I know. Everyone will have their babies. Unless a certain character dies, which I don't want to happen, but it can. I'm gonna force it not to. I don't want it to happen, but it is a possibility, and I'm gonna be sad.
Unless, wait. Unless who dies?
Unless a certain character that's kind of in stasis right now dies.
Oh,
because
no,
I don't want this to happen.
We're not letting that happen. No.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, it can, but I'm not okay with it happening. I don't want it to happen.
Not in Crackland. No.
Yeah, no. Everyone gets a happy ending. That's the rule. It's the one rule. A lot of shit's gonna happen. People are gonna go through emotional turmoil and sorrow. But you know what? Everyone gets a happy ending. In some senses. I don't know about that love triangle, because we don't... I still find it funny. I'm like, I hate love triangles. How the fuck did this happen?
I mean, at least it's not a stupid one, you know?
Well, that's because all the parties are, like, mature adults. I think that's the only reason why it's okay, is it's like...
The only redeemable quality.
Yeah, it's like, this is awkward, but at least... We're not gonna... No one's getting dicked around here. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean, at least even that one, though that one's probably not gonna end... happily. I mean, they're all mature adults. They'll get over it.
Yeah, it might take some time, but
yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
there's two cute kiddos. It's okay.
I know there's 2 cute kids, but that was something that's gonna come up in a minute because I know it's gonna have to, and it's gonna be sad in our current roleplay, like where we're at right now.
Well, I know you cut out, so I didn't.
Oh shit! Okay, what I'm saying is there's gonna be a moment that's gonna come up that I have to do, and I'm gonna be very.
Again? Why do you always cut out?
Why am I cutting out? Oh no! Is my internet being dumb? Hold on. What's the stream health at? Stream health is fine. Stream health is
going fine.
Then why am I cutting out? The fuck?
I don't know.
Anyway, what I was trying to say, I really hope they make that roast tonight. Not that. I totally remembered that meat's gonna go bad if they don't make that tonight. So. And I am, like, hungry, so I'm like, are they gonna make... You know what? I'm gonna be right real quick. Answer the chat for me.
Okay, I'll hello, chat.
Hold on, I gotta put up my little thingy so they know. Where's my little comb bee so my screen doesn't glitch out? There it is.
You'll just have to tell me that thing when you get back.
Okay.
Alright. Hello, people. How is you? Hello. Hello. Oh my god. I just saw the thing on the screen. Anyway. It's all cool. We need to cut you because you... Why is people spelled people? I don't know, man. That's a good question. Zodiac, please tell me, do babies grow on trees? I don't know, dude. Do they? Do they grow on trees? Probably not. I've been good, thanks, Junehart. I've been good. I love all your crackers. They're all precious beans. Well, thank you.
I love you, the pigs.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm back.
Welcome back.
I need to get rid of my little dancing combi now, or kitty fly. Because I think it was you who told me that YouTube does not like static images.
Yeah.
But we are having that tri-tip, so I am excited.
Yay. Okay, so what were you saying before that?
No, what I was saying is there's going to be a part that's going to come up that I'm going to be really sad having to write, but it's going to have to happen. What?
Okay, you're not cutting out for the stream, but you're cutting out for me, and you
That's
cut out
the weirdest. Okay. You know what?
You want to just type it to me?
No. Crackland's being self-aware again. I'm not allowed to say it. It's being self-aware.
What?
Am I still cutting out?
No, I was like, wait, what did I'm confused.
Every time I try saying it, I cut out. But that's only when.
Oh, his Crackland just doesn't want me to hear it?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's infected Discord now.
Yeah, it's gotten us.
It's infecting, it'll become real. Yeah. It infected our radio, it infected our Discord.
Right? Fucking has it gone into your daily life yet?
I don't know, I mean, Other than me talking about it, I guess. Or me finding pictures that are relatable, but I don't know.
What pictures?
Like that one picture I showed you, it was just like,
oh, right, yeah.
why is he doing that? Love makes you do stupid things. I love everything. That explains a lot.
Yeah, that makes so much sense now.
I don't know who Grim would have been, but you know, that was Gabe.
I feel like he would be Wrath. he's already done with everything.
Yeah.
The little white bunny.
Mitchie become one with Crackland. I guess do you want to type it out to me though?
Yeah, I am in your stream. Hey Angel, how you doing?
Ooh.
A buddy of mine's like, I'm in your stream, and I'm like, hi.
Person. Hello. Zodiac, how do you know if you're gay? I mean, somewhere. I don't know. You just, if you're gay, you're gay. I don't know.
Crackland and
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
That's what I was saying. I'm not okay with it, but it's gonna have to come up soon. As in probably in the
die.
No one's gonna die! I said hopefully, but that's not what it was. That's not the sad part. It's just I wanna like type it out now, but I can't because I gotta fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a minute. Okay.
Oh no.
Shit.
Guts to know.
You'll see, because it's gonna have to come up, okay? So it's just...
Oh god. I'm scared because of the context of what we were talking about.
I know.
So I'm scared. Oh no. This roleplay sounds amazing. It's a time.
I know.
It's something. And it's sad because we can't like tell everything. Spoilers and shit. Especially with the dramatic stuff.
I know, that's the worst part, is it's like, how did this happen? It was supposed to be Crackland, just dicking around and fun, and now we both know a lot of shit that's gonna happen in both of our stories. Well, I shouldn't say our stories, more with our characters' backstories. We still don't really know what's happening in the stories yet.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm already scared.
I told you!
Ah!
I still love, though, the concern meme and that... Well, okay, here's something I don't get. You have your mage babies done. Why don't you post them?
I keep forgetting to. That's the thing.
Oh, is that the only reason? Because now I'm mad. That's a dumb reason. I love you, dude. I love you, dude. That's a dumb reason.
Listen. I keep forgetting to. Well, because also, here's the thing. If I post them, I want to talk about them. So.
But you love them.
I know. I need a chance to sit down and talk about them, though, and actually type it out.
Aw. Okay, fine.
So,
but do it!
I will.
I want everyone to see my magical blind husband. That I can't have.
It's okay. Like, because I can actually talk about them.
Yeah, I know you can talk about them, because they're...
Not in detail. And I can't tell them, I can't really... I guess people in the stream will probably could put two and two together, but I don't really want to talk too much about who they are in context.
Yeah.
Of what story they're in, but like...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Know. I'm sure you could just type it out and not...
I could just talk about them being mages and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is they're being mages, so...
My A mages.
Yes.
Also, I was waiting so long. I had that spec in my mind so long for her to say, like, April, have you ever actually asked me how old I was?
I know, I love... It's just... I also find it funny we both have sassy, Russian, dark-skinned pretties. I'm like, oh look, another comparison!
Lovely. Yeah, okay. I gotta eat food, so...
Go eat your food.
Okay.
I'll talk to the chat and still work on this.
If you're still streaming when I get back, I'll still be here.
I might not be, only because I think they're gonna be making dinner soon, so...
Okay, well, if you are, yeah. I'll tune back in. If not, then...
Alright, how long have I been streaming, though? Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been 2 hours, so I think it's a good spot to... I'm still gonna work. I might just move to Picarto and have just music in stream, or I might just chill. Because this hair is... I'm at least halfway done with the hair. So if you guys follow me on DA and everything, this will be posted up later today. Because it'll be done today. I know. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm thinking timeline wise, and it's not just you leaving, but I'm like, wait a minute, they're making dinner soon. It's been over 2 hours. I think this is a good place, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it here. I loves you guys.
Thanks for suffering through our Crackland mischief.
Yeah, and I will see you next time. Bye.